Welcome to Phoenix, Arizona. It is hot in the desert. U.S. Airways Center has air conditioning. And let's go inside the locker rooms to hear from both head coaches.
Go out there and be smart. Know what your job entails. Do your job to the best of your ability and fly around. And the rest will take care of itself. We got to compete now. Compete for 60 minutes. I want to see you competing for 60 minutes. Relentless in all positions. Okay? Let's get after them. It's getting playoff time. Let's start zoning in and perfecting our craft. Okay? 60 minutes. Relentless football. Let's go. Say a prayer. Here we go.
Welcome inside, and that is a live rattlesnake, which scared both of us in the elevator ride upstairs. AFL on ESPN. The LA Kids were suddenly hot against the Arizona Rattlers, who are coming off a rare defeat. Good afternoon to everyone. All right, well, alongside Hall of Famer Sid Bonner, so glad you're with us. Well, head coach Kevin Guy of the Arizona Rattlers this week said that everybody on offense's job was up for grabs. Keep in mind, they're the three-time defending champions.
There's a tempo, there's a process here. They want to win. They're expected to win. Everyone was put on notice. Your job is up for grabs. You've got to go out and compete each and every day to put that uniform on. I agree with it. It has to happen sometimes.
Well, the quarterback, Nick Davila, the reigning MVP, is with our Randy Gatewood.
Nick, how did the team handle it when Coach Guy announced that everyone would have to compete for their starting jobs again?
You know, it's about competition and getting better. I'm my brother's keeper. They're going to keep me better. I'm going to keep them better. And we got a great game coming here in about 10 seconds.
9 turnovers. Offensively, a little bit of a roller coaster the last few weeks.
Yeah.
What must you do tonight to win this game?
Well, it starts at the quarterback position. I got to take care of the football. And when we do that, we're rolling, and we're going to try to do that tonight.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much, Randy, and thanks to Nick. Now, for Los Angeles, their season turned around after they traded for Rayshon Kaiser, maybe the best middle safety in the AFL. How has he helped turn things around for LA?
It's plain and simple leadership. Coach House runs a complex system. He wants guys to be able to get him out of calls, get him in the checks. This guy brings the type of leadership and smarts to the team to help him get over the hump. Great player, great pickup. As you get a look at the numbers, first 8 games, they're giving up 58 points a game. Over the last 7, with the help of Rayshon Kaiser, just 38.4. They're 4-3 in those games and have been playing a ton better.
Last 2 weeks, they've only given up 27.5 points per game. Rules of the game: running clock until the final minute of each half. You see the dimensions of the field. No punting, no outside stunting or twisting. Ball off the rebound net is live, and one wide receiver may be in forward motion prior to the snap. Good crowd here on a Sunday afternoon in Phoenix, and with good reason. Get indoors. It's 109 degrees this afternoon in Phoenix.
I wish we'd have listened to that advice yesterday.
Yeah, I hear that. LA won the toss. They defer. They will get the ball at the start of the third quarter. The LA kicks off. No A.J. Cruz in this game, and so it'll be Arkeith Brown. He does not get a chance at a return. Take a look at the Go RVing impact players.
For Arizona, it's Mr. Duall, Rod Windsor, 119 catches on the season, a guy that gets open all the time. And one of the interior guys, the guy up front, Daryl Cato Bishop, has been playing outstanding. Big sack for safety last week, helping to get going defensively. These 2 guys will look to make big plays for their team.
Well, Kevin Guy may have said everyone on offense, his job was up for grabs. I find it hard to believe that number 10 would not be in the starting lineup. And he is in the starting lineup. He's looking to go deep to Kerry Reed. He stumbles and then can't make the catch. There is a flag down back inside the 5-yard line.
Coverage by Kaiser, flag on the play.
And want to put their struggles in perspective. They just lost 1 game last week.
Illegal defense. The rushing linebacker was outside of the defensive box. That's a 5-yard penalty. It's also an automatic first down.
And said they had won 8 straight games. Now, they have had 9 turnovers in the last 3 games, but they just had 1 loss at Spokane, a very tough place to win.
And a tough place it's been for them. I mean, the last quarterback to win there for them was Shane Boyd. So, yeah, tough place to win.
Davila looking for Windsor, bobbles it and drops it. Rayshon Kaiser in coverage. That'll be a fun matchup to watch. 2 of the best in the business going against each other.
Really good sail-in route, good protection, good throw, and that's a catch. That's usually a catch that's made by Rod Windsor. As you see the illegal defense again, and something Bob talked about when he's talking to his teams. No mistakes, be smart. Back-to-back penalties for this LA Kiss team when your safety's back there helping make plays.
Arizona offensively on the season, 4th in the AFL in scoring, but keep in mind, with Nick Davila in the lineup, they averaged 65 points per game, but he missed several weeks with an injury, and he gets rid of it, and the catch is made by Buckner right at the sticks. Dan Buckner, the new face on this Arizona offense, 6'5", 220 pounds, played his college football down the road in Tucson.
And they like this guy. If you're going to look at pressure up front, Cato Bishop right here. Watch this pressure quickly inside, along with JT Gilmore. And that's never comfortable as a quarterback when you're trying to step into a throw and you've got guys around your legs. Not a comfortable position to be in.
Keep it on the ground, Benson, and Benson falls forward just into Los Angeles territory. Gain of 6 yards for Benson. He's had a very good season for the Rattlers, 14 rushing touchdowns. Last season, they only rushed for 15 as a team. And there's Bob McMillan. Now, his philosophy has always been play great defense and score just enough points. He's happy to win in the high 30s or low 40s.
Absolutely. They want to keep possession. They want to limit possessions for the other team's offense and really work the clock. I mean, you don't hear that too often in this game, but they want to take advantage of their possessions and keep the other team away from having them.
Windsor makes the catch, and they are going to leave him a yard shy of the first down. So it'll be 3rd and short. 3rd down has not been a problem for the Rattlers this season, almost 50% conversion.
I think all the troubles, you know, you've thrown a lot of guys in and out of that lineup at that one spot. You've got 2 guys that you keep in there that have been there for most of the season, but if you throw new guys at the one spot, it makes it very tough.
On the ground, it's Benson, and he breaks the tackle. Benson still working, and he'll take it for 6. Touchdown, Rattlers.
Straight dive, he goes trips away. JT Gilmore ducks his head. He runs through Antron Dillon. And the little guys don't really want to get a piece of the big fella coming out of the backfield, Benson. Got all 275 pounds rolling downhill.
Fabrizio Scaccia on for the extra point attempt. And the kick is on the way, and it is good. So an Arizona offense challenged by its coach responds early, marches down, and gets the opening touchdown.
Define the fabric of a team. It's not selfish.
Prepare for war. Game of war. Download now.
This Arena Football telecast is brought to you by Go RVing. Visit GoRVing.com to find the dealer and RV that's right for you. Take a look at standings in the Arena Football League in the National Conference. San Jose and Arizona have clinched division titles. Still up for grabs, those 2 other wild card spots. In LA are very much in the mix as they've gotten hot, having won 4 of their last 6 games. Spokane a winner last night, and they beat Arizona last week. They're suddenly hot. It appears that Andy Olson will lead them to the playoffs again this season, but there's still a couple weeks left, and it will certainly go down to the final week, week 20. We'll be here week 20.
Having lost everything they've lost in Spokane, it's really a great job by Andy Olson to even get them to this point.
DeMarco Sampson waits deep for the LA Kiss. Sampson plays it high off the net. Makes one guy miss and then brought down at the 7-yard line. And we take a look at the Go RVing impact players.
Let's start it off with Captain Morgan, Donovan Morgan, who's put together a great season, over 100 catches, 1,600 yards. This guy's been outstanding with multiple quarterbacks, and Jeremy Kellum, who is playing at an all-arena level and actually a Defensive Player of the Year type level with his stats, 13 INTs, 29 PBUs.
I've come up with a solution if nothing happens on this play to this Defensive Player of the Year quandary we're in this season. And that ball is fumbled to center quarterback exchange. Arizona football, Anton Hawthorne. Right place at the right time.
That ball was snapped early. You're starting a new center, rookie center, Cody Afuzia, going against the best nose guard. And Danny Southwick not ready for it. Not something that should happen on the first play. You're going up against a nose guard who gets in the guy's quick.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he gets into guys' heads, too. I mean, he's so physical.
Absolutely.
The former Wisconsin Badger, Anton Hawthorne, didn't have to do anything and still impacted the play. So Nick Davila and the offense go to work from the 7-yard line.
He might have been careless whispering down there to Afuzia. Hey, welcome to the game. It's your first game, right, buddy?
Davila throws, and there's going to be a flag. Rayshon Kaiser had his hands on Ron Windsor.
Couldn't see anything live action. As we get the call from Dave Kataya. He called it on Kaiser.
So to finish my thought about the Defensive Player of the Year, I feel like this year that they need to split it because Joe Sykes has to be the Defensive Player of the Year, but I feel like Jeremy Kellum has put together one of the best years of middle safety he's ever had. I feel like we got to split the award this year.
It's okay to be coach.
Yeah, coach, cool.
Yeah. But both
we
of
don't
those
make
guys,
these decisions.
Right, but both of those guys
deserve it.
Yeah. Both of them.
First and goal again, it's Benson, and he pushes the pile to the 1-yard line.
Let me pose this to you. Do we go to a Defensive Player of the Year and a Defensive MVP?
Brings up a second and goal.
Or we have a Player of the Year and an
MVP.
I mean, do we go to that kind of?
We know people who make these decisions. You have a lot more influence.
Hopefully they're listening.
I would hope so. See if the Rattlers can take advantage of the turnover. Now 2nd and goal from the 1. Benson's already got 1 rushing touchdown. Now it's Davila, and he's in. Touchdown, Rattlers. Not something he does very often.
No, it's not. Anytime you get a chance to stick it in there, you get to see Benson with the push. I'll tell you, they catch Antron a little bit too high. Antron Dillon a little bit too high in his stance. He's not able to get any push there.
To put in perspective how rarely Nick does that, his first rushing touchdown of the season. Well, the LA Kids, it's been their defense that has been the story of late. And their offense going to need to score some points as Davila gets in the end zone. Arizona with the early 2-touchdown lead. A lot of talent right there. Nick Davila talking with Ron Windsor and Kerry Reed. Those 3 guys have been a part of all 3 titles. The last 3 seasons, the 3-time defending champs. There's DeMarco Sampson, played his college football at San Diego State. First team All-Mountain West 2010, was drafted 249th overall by the Arizona Cardinals. Also spent some time with the Buffalo Bills in 2013.
Explosive guy, man. They love everything about him.
Playmaker. He gives them a true number 2 receiver behind Donovan Morgan, something they've been looking for. Sampson, and quickly that hole goes away, and he is buried at the 5-yard line. Tomorrow, ESPN brings you Monday Night Baseball. The New York Yankees visit the Texas Rangers. Coverage from Arlington begins at 8 Eastern.
I got to tell you, Wolfie, when I first got a look at Michael McAdoo, man, there was no way I thought this guy would be a difference maker. This guy runs down on special teams, made the tackle there, he's getting off the edge. He's turned into quite a player for Coach Guy.
Do you think he was too light to play?
Yeah, totally did. Thought he was a tweener.
Yeah, he's 250 pounds, got great quickness. Southwick Gets it to Sampson, and then Sampson loses it, but the play was over.
Southwick's pass complete to Sampson.
So this LA Kiss offense, 597 points on the season. That is fewest in the AFL. A journeyman quarterback in Danny Southwick. He's played for Chicago, Cleveland, Portland, San Jose, Tampa Bay, and now LA. And they ask him, and it's not a term in the AFL you hear very often, they want him to manage the offense.
Well, he's thrown for more than 1,000 yards, more than Adrian McPherson did in the same amount of games. So he understands the offense.
The ball was almost picked off. Ben Wells, who's starting at the jack linebacker position, knew exactly where the ball was coming.
Well, journeyman or not, he's got to understand you can't eyeball a situation. Ben Wells just follows his eyes and actually overruns the play. But right there, you got to be patient, settle in the pocket, stay loaded, wait for him to clear that linebacker and put it on his hands.
Third down.
Captain Morgan time, coming down in motion.
Southwick in trouble. He's going to step up, and he stuttered. I think he took himself out of getting the first down. He didn't need to try to make that move. We'll see where the spot is. I think he's going to be just shy. I felt like if he had just took off, he would have gotten the first down.
If he just takes off, he might get smacked. But
because he stuttered, the first down.
Watch the stutter move helps him. He kind of stutters a little bit, and Ben settles, and then he's able to push it over. But Ben settled his feet. Had Ben just run right through him right there, it could have been ugly.
First and 10 for the Kiss. Southwick throws and right on target. Tom Gilson, the catch, is brought down by Arkeem Brown.
See, and that's a great job of making a tough catch. Guy all over you. Arizona's going to be close. They're going to play a lot of man-to-man. They trust their guys in the back end. You won't start seeing exotics until you get into the red zone. But they trust their guys to play man-to-man. It's going to be tight coverage, forcing Danny Southwick to throw those kind of balls right there.
Prior to snap, false start offense. Number 71, 5-yard penalty. It remains first down.
You mentioned that Arizona secondary, and you can have trust when you've got guys who played so much together. The starters back there, Kellum, Floyd, and Brown, have missed a total of 1 game this season. So the communication and the trust is there.
That's what you need in this game in the secondary. You've got to be able to trust your brother and rely on him. And that's an unbelievable stat that those guys have been able to stay healthy.
First and 15, Southwick shows good patience there, completes it. Morgan's first catch of the game.
Great hands catching traffic. We talk about Donovan continuing his assault in the record.
Oh yeah, no, but he's climbing. A former NFL player himself. Spent time in the NFL with the Jets, Texans, and Chiefs.
Been around so long. I was with him in 2008 playing his rookie year when he was Rookie of the Year in Chicago.
You single-handedly helped him with that award.
All me.
Second and 9. And that pass is deflected at the line of scrimmage.
Deflected at the line of scrimmage, intended for Morgan.
These two teams have played twice previously, both games in Los Angeles. The good news for the Kiss is, while they got blown out in the first meeting, in the second meeting it was a 1-score game, very competitive game.
Very competitive game, and we talked about Rayshon Kaiser's ability to help this team get better offensively. It has helped because when you're seeing and understanding the way he does, it makes a lot of sense to everybody. They need their offense to pick it up right here.
Third and 9. Southwick gets it to Sampson, and Sampson is spun to the ground at the 50 in a very manageable 4th down situation coming up.
That's where he's been responsible at the offense. He's just thrown 6 picks on the season. But he's brought some calmness. He's a veteran. He's been around. He doesn't panic. But he's brought calm to that offensive huddle, and they trust him.
4th and short.
Go!
That's the bubble screen here.
Southwick to the end zone looking for Morgan, and it's incomplete. I believe offensive coordinator Matt Song thought maybe they could catch Arizona with tight coverage at the line of scrimmage. But instead, pass falls incomplete, and Arizona already up by 2 scores, gets the football back. Here's Southwick looking for Donovan Morgan. Good coverage by Jeremy Kellum. Danny Southwick in the bench area as Los Angeles unable to come up with points on their second straight drive. First and 10 for the Rattlers. Dive with plenty of time, good pocket up the sideline for Windsor. He's got it! Touchdown Rattlers!
Nice go around. Look at the pocket. Look at the space in front. He has to throw the ball. And a good job of working there. And it looked like Rashawn Kaiser lost a football. He was in great position and just tried to lean. If he just stays with the receiver and runs through that, he has a chance to make a play.
He took himself out of that play. I mean, he was there step for step. Scotcha on for the extra point, and he pushes it to the right. So the lead is 20-0.
Watch the play here outside. He's running stride for stride. Then right there, he kind of looks back and kind of loses the receiver. If he just stays hipped up, and Rod Windsor just keeps working. And I tell you, that's why I call the guy the professional. He just continues to work and make it happen.
So this Arizona offense challenged by their head coach after the loss against Spokane, saying everyone's job was up for grabs this week. How do you feel they've responded here in the first quarter?
They've responded very well. They've had help from LA though. I mean, you're 2 penalties the first 2 plays of the game. You turn it over on downs. You're not able to make stops, which you've done such a good job of against a struggling offense, and you're not able to come out and force them into some mistakes early. Doesn't bode well for you.
For more on the LA Kiss, let's go downstairs to Randy Gatewood.
Guys, I'm listening to the comments now, and said you mentioned it. LA has certainly helped Arizona out tonight. Kevin did challenge him by making them all compete for their starting position, but LA, I'm standing over there and I'm watching them. They don't have any energy, like they're just kind of going through the motions right now. There's no sense of urgency of anything, so they're gonna have to pick it up, or this thing's gonna get out of hand early.
Scotch's kickoff now, back in the day, that was a good thing. But once Clay Rush entered the league, he kicked it over so much there were no returns. And this game's more fun with returns. It's really the Clay Rush rule. And so if you hit it over the net, excellent field position for Los Angeles at the 20-yard line.
I think it should be placed on the 10. I don't think it should be that maximum.
Well, they want returns. This makes it so you don't do it.
I know they want returns, but if they wanted returns, they wouldn't rule out the slack net. If they want returns, they wouldn't rule out the slack net.
They want to give the kicker something to strive for. I know you don't care about
kickers. They don't want to lose footballs. I really don't. There's only about 6 kickers that I care about.
All the kickers who played with you?
No, Clay Rush is one of them.
That pass is incomplete. One of the perks we have is live audio. We'll listen in to Danny Southwick with his offense coordinator.
Let's go, Brown Right HO. Brown Right HO, we got 370 Bonsai.
Brown Right HO, 370 Bonsai. S screen right on 1, ready?
He's coming right out here. Go! Right out here on a quick slip screen.
No place to go. Arizona all over it defensively.
Tyrone Gordon's got to work his way back to the football. You've got a blocker coming inside out to kick your guy out. You can't stand and wait to receive it. You've got to come back towards the football and then get upfield.
And Gordon didn't use that big size. He was letting that play happen to him as opposed to dictating action. He is 6'4", more than 200 pounds. Southwick, touch pass, Donovan Morgan broke it up. Jeremy Kellum, number 2 in the AFL in passes defended. And that is his 30th pass defended this season.
I'm trying to figure out why he threw it with this kind of trajectory and hung it up there. He gave this guy time to get there, or gave the defender time to get there. If he shoots that in there, that's an easy completion.
LA's got to find a way to stay on the field here. 4th down, final seconds of the first quarter. Southwick, and he throws it short of the first down. Even if it was caught, Sampson would have had to make a heck of an effort to pick up the first down.
But he rockets that one in there from 5 yards away, but then he floats the other one. He's got to settle down and try to find a way to make a play. He's a guy that's helped this team a ton. He's got to relax, find out how to help him out. But that first quarter was abysmal for LA.
Not much offense for the Kiss, and the Rattlers back home, getting back to their winning ways. The three-time defending champs get 2 rushing touchdowns from Michael Benson, and the big throw to Rod Windsor and lead 20-0 after 1. Cactus barely surviving without, 109 degrees.
They're going to be here, so
they're sticking around.
They've got stuff stored up. I don't know if you know about Cactus, but they've got good stuff stored up on the inside. They're good to go.
We were not good to go yesterday. No.
Well, I had a ton of water in my zone. You didn't have anything.
I'm telling you,
you weren't prepared.
The toughness in Arizona, impressive. 1st and 10 to start the second quarter. Davila looking for Kerry Reed. He's got it and holds on to the foot. Oh no, they're going to rule it incomplete. I hope you have a good look. I thought he had it with the feet bounce.
He had it, but when he hit the wall and back, it kind of jarred loose and came loose, and he was leaning on the back wall. That's
but if he had the 2 feet down before he hits the wall, it's a catch.
That's a great throw. This is a great throw right here by Nick Davila. He lets it go early. The short side corner out, something you don't see very often. Right here, watch the hands. He pulls it in, takes a step, and then runs into the wall. Should be a catch, but they're going to say, did he complete the act? See it right there.
But he said he bobbled it. The ball came out when he ran into the wall.
Correct. He didn't see that.
You only need 1 foot bounce.
I would throw the flag.
Yeah, challenge that. Because that wasn't even the back boards. There's one little corner of the end zone that doesn't have the same boards as everywhere else.
He had it with 1 foot down, you're right. And then once he hit the back corner.
He wasn't bobbling it. He had the
right
football.
By the ESPN sign back there.
By Arizona. Play is under further review.
That's a throw by a guy that looks like he wants to keep his job forever.
You think so?
Great throw.
Yeah. I think Kerry Reed, I think this is a great challenge from Kevin Guy. Now we're going to see the most transparent replay in all professional sports. You will hear exactly what the official is looking for talking to our TV truck.
Okay, what we're looking for is possession and control rather than an incomplete pass. All right, now what we're looking for is, remember, the back wall is the boundary line here. So let's see if he gets it. All right, we've got a ball, foot down, and the ball's coming out. Let me roll that one again. That's going to be more than likely a reversal because he must maintain complete control of the ball. And if you take a look at this, when he first touches it, you're going to see the ball move, and that's not long enough to maintain control. All right? And here comes real speed. Take a look at this one. This is what the official is looking at in real speed. Now you can see the ball move, and he traps it against the wall. The ball's out of bounds. This call's going to be confirmed. Thank you for the good shots.
And that's what I saw early on. However, after I watched it, he pulled it down.
The receiver did not maintain possession and caught the ball off the wall. The ruling of an incomplete pass is confirmed. Arizona is charged with a challenge and a timeout.
Still a great challenge. You still got to go ahead and challenge it. I'm not a fan of that rule. I felt like if that were in the other corner of the end zone, that's an easy touchdown. But because there's a stanchion back there, it's not even part of the field.
That's my contention. Right. If it's the regular height of the wall, the ball doesn't hit the wall. And he had it. It's just that one spot on the field. So Windsor makes a move, gets a block. The big fellas are downfield. Windsor inside the 5. He gets to the 3-yard line. Randy, you were down there. What did you see on that last play that was not overturned?
I thought it was a touchdown until I saw the replay. But on the replay, you could see when he caught it, he didn't come clearly down in bounds with both hands possession and both feet in bounds, and he bobbled it and he didn't complete it all the way through the catch. So he said the play will stand, but a great effort from Kerry Reed trying to even hold on to that ball.
Wood, I got to disagree with you. He's got possession there. It doesn't come jarring loose until it hits the stanchion behind. We can see that up here.
The adder bobbles, but still gets the 6. Touchdown, Rattlers.
See the quick bubble screen. No, look at the guys out in front blocking. Kerry Reed, Rod Windsor out in front, and the adder won't get an easier touchdown than that. If you're the number 3 DB on that side, you got to be close, get close, ready to attack that, and not give up that much space.
Hey, they tried to go right last time.
Scotcha on for the extra point. He is now 3 for 4 in our game, and our score is 27-0. The adder bobbles, but the defender was playing off coverage. $27-0, the 3-time defending champs in front of the LA Kiss. In 1965, Nick Piantinida launched the first civilian space program. He was a truck driver from New Jersey who had no formal training, but he had a dream to complete the highest parachute jump in history. Angry Sky, a 30 for 30 film Thursday at 8 p.m. on ESPN. Well, a month ago, this is about what we would have expected. Going into this week, we thought LA was coming in with momentum, and it was Arizona that might be looking for some consistency. It seems the natural order has been restored already. DeMarco Sampson weaves his way through a couple guys, brought down at the 8-yard line by Ben Wells. So here comes Danny Southwick. He is just 5 of 11, 31 yards. We have a flag on the kickoff against Arizona.
Number 25. That's a 10-yard penalty, first down.
Listen, man, you can say what you want about Kevin Guy, but that guy knows how to poke and prod and get guys ready. He is a master psychologist, and this team has come out ready to play. And furthest thing from what LA thought was going to happen, they've come into a beehive.
Southwick does have enough time, but no receiver in the area. And they're saying the ball was out. Spencer Myers got the sack.
That's a change of possession. That'll be a first down for LA.
And then LA able to recover. I mean, a lot of players were looking around as though is the play dead. People seemed unsure of what was happening. Yeah, Kevin Guy's telling the guy to run the play up on the Jumbotron so he can see it.
Possession, fumbled the ball back to Los Angeles. That starts a new series, first down.
Well, that's the right call, but run to the end zone and make a, especially a defensive lineman, you got to know better than this. The ball pops out there, and he picks it up.
Tyree picks it up, wrong direction. No, that ball came out on the ground. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, they let him run the play. I mean, that ball Kevin Guy's should have challenged that. I mean, that ball came out because Glasper hit the ground. And that should be Arizona football.
He's just lost a challenge.
So, right. I can see why maybe he doesn't want to challenge it. He is up 27-0. The fact of the matter is that ball didn't come out until Glasper hit the turf. Perhaps if nothing happens here, we could take one more look at it. But Glasper, I believe, had it until the ground caused the fumble. Glasper's had a tremendous season. This is Gilson makes the catch and has an LA first down. Let's take another look and see if you agree, Sid. Glasper here at the end of the play has the football.
Oh, it was moving out of his hand already. He started to take a step and it was already coming out of the left hand. That's a good call.
Okay. Beauty of replay.
I don't know how they saw that full speed though. These guys are good.
Yeah, but it took us 3 or 4 looks to figure it out.
These guys are good.
1st and 10 for the Kiss. This offense can get going. Southwick, good throw, and Donovan Morgan drops it. There is two flags are down.
Holding offense number 77. Penalties after this to the goal. Deep first down.
Big Anthony Parker hitting the deck after like he had been shoved down. He's trying to get a call. Listen, you need your stars to step up. Donovan Morgan's got to make that play. That's a good throw. You got to concentrate, but when you look at his number, there's such a disparity between the receivers. Over 50 catches more Donovan has than the next closest guy. That's ridiculous in any offense.
Southwick delivers. Gilson out of bounds at the 22-yard line. And again, we'll take advantage of our live audio and listen in to Matt Salk with his quarterback.
Right? That's what he said, right? Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go boss left wing yo. Let's go 30 hitch, wing slant.
Wasp left, wing yo, 30 hitch, wing slant on 2-on-2. Ready? Wing slant. Wasp left, wing yo, 30 on 2.
Gonna watch Donovan Morgan work to the middle of the field.
Southwick to Morgan. And Morgan with the stiff arm gets it to the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal.
That's basically a short sail in route. You're gonna see him break in. Great timing on the throw. Good job concentrating on that play. This is a tough tackle for Jeremy Kellum, and this is why he's been so special. He does give up the play, but what does he do? Gives himself a chance to play defense inside the red zone. That was a great stiff arm by Donovan Morgan. I thought he was going to score.
They mark him actually at about the 10.5-yard line, so they could potentially pick up a first down. Southwick for Gilson.
Southwick's pass incomplete.
LA player is down at the 13-yard line. Donovan Morgan.
Brings up a second down.
You're going to watch Marquise Floyd catches him off guard. He's looking in at the football.
The veteran Marquise Floyd at 35 years of age, coming off one of his best seasons, first team All-Arena.
Watch this guy right here. Watch this guy right here. He's going to attack right here. Watch Donovan's head is looking back in the backfield. As the ball's being snapped, he's not paying attention. He times it just perfectly. But why isn't that hitting a defensive receiver?
I can't answer that. We need to have like a supervisor of officials right here with us.
We do.
We'll be right back. For the latest news, scores, and stats, log on to arenafootball.com. Whether you want to check out special features on the league's brightest stars or watch live games via the ESPN3 video player, arenafootball.com is where it's at. Well, Joe Kleinschmidt from the league office texted me immediately when that play happened that is in fact a penalty, should have been called, and that there will be discipline coming for Marquise Floyd.
And I agree with it. I mean, if you're Tom Gilson, though, or whoever's the outside receiver, you got to be telling your guy, look out, heads up, get your head on a swivel. But that is a defensive player. He's not looking. He's just kind of minding his own business. And the wily vet snuck him, as they call it. He snuck him.
Depending on what discipline is forthcoming, if you're Arizona, you can make the case that it's still worth it. You've just taken their best weapon out of the game. Second and goal, and they're looking for the tight end, and that's picked off. Tyree Glasper. Outstanding play.
But you can't throw that ball inside. I'm not trying to pile on Danny, but put the ball outside. That's a great one-hand catch, and we've seen Tyree battle. But this is a double release here. You got to throw the ball to the outside edge. Outside. Miss out there somewhere, not inside. He pulls it inside and gives the defender a chance. He throws it outside. At worst, it's incomplete. But the one-hand catch, awesome. And Glasper, another guy that's been phenomenal on the season.
Got to be consideration first team All-Arena with 10.5 sacks, and now he adds an interception to his resume. Davila going up the field to Buckner, and great coverage. Victorian was there every step of the way, and Coach McMillan very excited about this young man.
They say he is the second reason. Getting Kaiser in there, but Victorian has been outstanding. He's a great man-to-man coverage guy, loves playing. But Nick should take this ball right here in front, in the middle to Kerry Reed. And see Nikos Brown getting there. It doesn't affect the throw.
Davila on time to Kerry Reed. Kerry Reed was still a live player there because he bounced himself off the sideboard. Gain of 6 on the play, bring up 3rd and 4.
Well, Nick's just trying to give his young receiver a chance to get down the field on the play before, taking a chance, testing out Victoria. That's great coverage, though. Again, close coverage, tough play, and that's what they wanted to see this game. They didn't want to see blown coverages down the field. They haven't had many of those all year.
Davila had all day to throw that football. Windsor contact with Rayshawn Kaiser, who is not happy about the call, but it's going to go against number 7.
Legal contact on number 7 is what Dave Kataya is saying.
All right, let's get an update on Donovan Morgan from
Illegal
Randy.
contact, defense number 7, 5-yard penalty automatic.
Randy, go ahead.
Guys, report on Morgan is he just got his bell rung. As you can see, Marquise Floyd had a free run at him, and I'm a big fan of Marquise and the way and the things he's done in the league, but unfortunately, that is not how we play the game of arena football. He is going to be okay. He will return, but like I said, just hitting a defensive player in that regard, that's not how we play the game.
Thank you very much, Randy. In case you're new to Arena Football, Randy has tons of credibility. He is a proud member of the Arena Football League Hall of Fame, one of the great two-way players of all time.
It's great commentary from Wood, and you see Nick there with the double release route, the same one that LA tried to run, very similar. He throws it away, so it's not tipped or intercepted, but he throws it away from his guy in an effort not to give up a free play, and that's
this is going to always be a tough comparison if you're going up. The other quarterback's Nick Davila in today's Arena Football. Ron Windsor spins out of a tackle, puts the flag out. Anybody compared to Nick's not going to look good, but in this matchup, the contrast is stark.
But you know what? Throwing the ball in the right spots for the right reason should be universal. It's not just the best guys. Some guys are better doing it. But I'd rather see him throw it 5 yards over his head outside. Put it in the right spot for the right reasons.
Illegal block penalty goes against the Rattlers.
Illegal block number 7, offense, blocking below the waist within 5 yards. 2nd down.
There is Donovan Morgan, so that is good news. He will return to the game. Not only is he very productive, he's just one of the great fun guys to be around in the AFL. He's embraced his sport since he joined up in 2008 and has put up incredible numbers during his career. 2nd and long, and they got to blow this in. You can't have the MAC linebacker blitzing in on the quarterback. It's illegal. Frankly, it's not a safe situation for the quarterback.
Well, and there you see a veteran understands there's nothing but danger there. Nick just goes down to the ground.
I'm surprised LA has been a disciplined team under Bob McMillan, but not so far in this game.
Well, I think you see right there, Nikos Brown gets the head start. But listen, they're trying to play with effort, emotion, intensity, and sometimes that gets in the way of playing intelligent football. But that's Bob's speech before the game was play smart, play smart. They haven't done that tonight.
Violation of the 2nd neutral zone on the defense. I rule that penalty is declined. After the play, personal foul, late hit. Defense. Number 3, by rule, the 5-yard penalty is not enforced. However, the personal foul is. Also carries an automatic 1st down.
That's a huge call. I mean, you're backed all the way up. You could have had him in 3rd and long.
Antron Dillon is working off a block, so he can't see that Nick has given himself up. However, just touch a guy down. If he's on the ground, just touch him down.
We were here for a game earlier this year where we had a quarterback down on the ground, take a hit, caused huge controversy. As Eric Meyer was the quarterback for San Jose, was hurt. Look at Michael Benson. A flag is down as Benson gets inside the 10. This one may be coming back.
Holding offense. Number 15, 10-yard penalty.
That goes against the veteran Kerry Reed. 5th year, played his college football at Michigan State and was one of the rare guys in today's modern AFL who played both sides of the ball in college. Wide receiver and defensive back for the Spartans.
It shows you why he does it so well on this level as well, because he doesn't play Jack much anymore because he's now a full-time receiver, but the guy's one of the best Jacks I've ever seen.
Great Spartan pride right there. Look, all kinds of time. Looking for Ron Windsor, and he gets to it. It'll be 1st and goal. That's the quarterback throwing to a spot, and the receiver finding the football and making the play.
That's textbook. That's what you're supposed to see. In this route, you're going to see Kerry Reed go to the post. Rod Windsor stems to the post and comes out to the corner. The ball's up early. He's able to get out and make a play. This is the old Reed route with Rod Windsor. He could have run a cross route, or he could have run to the corner. Defender jumped inside, and he takes the corner out. It's a great route.
Rod Windsor, NFL experience with the Cleveland Browns, gets the carry, cuts it back. Is he in? Yes. Touchdown, Rattlers.
It's a play we used to call slant right, fullback lead. Watch Big Benson lead up inside, cut off the linebacker, and just that chip that he got on Nikos Brown is just enough, so he can't slide down and make the tackle. It's his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year.
He also has a receiving touchdown, which makes his streak is still alive. 29 straight games with a receiving touchdown. Now he adds a rushing touchdown, and it's all Rattlers so far here in the desert. Tomorrow, ESPN brings you Monday Night Baseball. The New York Yankees visit the Texas Rangers. Coverage from Arlington begins at 8 Eastern. All right, Coach Bonner, if you're Los Angeles, we knew coming in they wanted to give themselves a real shot to make the playoffs. They had to win out. You're down 34-0 on the road against the 3-time defending champs. Give me a motivational speech. What do you tell them?
Just keep playing. There's been crazy things have happened. Is it going to be tough to win here? Absolutely. You've got to continue to play, and you got to have something positive happen. We need to score. First of all, we can't get goose-egg. We got to score.
Maybe DeMarco Sampson give him a spark in the return game.
He needs to get it off the net and hit it. He can't dance around trying to find a lane.
That hits off the iron. Nice job to play at Cleveland. A decent return out to the 13-yard line. Now the LA defense coming in have been really good since Rayshon Kaiser joined the LA Kiss. And the last 2 games even better, giving up just 27.5 points per game in their 2-game win streak. Already given up 34 points. We still got 3 minutes to go in the first half.
It's not looked good today, and Arizona has come out hungry. They've run the ball, they've thrown screens, they've mixed it up. Kevin Guy's done a really good job of mixing it up, not just sitting in 5-step. He's done a nice job mixing it up, getting the ball in his playmaker's hands.
That ball is batted down at the line of scrimmage. Anton Hawthorne
He gives him the Kimbe Mutombo. No, not in my house. If you're not going to get home, get your hands up. Boom, that's a great job by Taj Hawthorne. You're not getting home, get your hands up.
Knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
All 6'7", Michael McAdoo again. They know they're going three-step. Watch him engage and get his hands up. Even with the guard, Tavega, trying to pull his hands down, he's able to get him up.
He's a basketball-playing family, cousin of Bob McAdoo, one of the all-time greats.
Sweet jump shot, by the way.
For big man, that was before big men used to knock down 18-footers. Southwick on time, Donovan Morgan, and a much-needed LA Kiss first down.
I'll tell you what, he was extremely fortunate that Ben Wells is new to playing that jack position. He runs out and reads it perfectly. Ball had enough touch right over the top. Beautiful throw here. They get a first when they need it. Might want to go five-step here, go downtown on first down.
Hold everything. Fourth play. We've at the 1-minute warning. 1-minute timing rules will go into effect when we return to Phoenix. LA looking to get some points and a little momentum before the break. Arizona up 34-0, and Arizona will be a part of the next CBS Sports Network broadcast. It's a showdown. It's the showdown. It's Arizona at San Jose this coming Friday. Kickoff 10:30 Eastern on CBS Sports Network. Arizona with 3 losses, San Jose with 1, so it doesn't have perhaps the same potential impact, but it will certainly affect momentum going into the playoffs.
Don't kid yourself, it's always going to be a tough game.
No, I'm just saying, but they're no longer playing for the potential to be the team with home field advantage in the National Conference.
Well, Arizona needs to go up there and show that they can win up there in the playoffs. That's what it means. But for San Jose, you just want to maintain dominance and do what you've been doing.
Let's see what Danny Southwick's going to call here.
Brown right, HO, 50. H quick out, S block, wing in on 1, ready?
Southwick completes it to Sampson. Sampson for a moment backtracked and ended up picking up a couple of extra yards. Now the final minute, timing rules are very much like the outdoor game. The player can give themselves up near the sideboards by putting the ball out over, and that's what Sampson should have done there. Instead, time has come off the clock, and this is not an offense that's so efficient that they're trying to milk the clock down.
Well, that's a young player not understanding. We're calling quick outs to get a few yards and shut the clock down. Again, look for the short looking route.
Catch is made by Sampson, and they're going to rule that he was tackled against the board, so that stops the clock with 18 seconds to work with.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. It's like football. Let's go trips left, wing yo. Let's go 30 hitch, H corner.
Trips left, wing out, 30 hits, 8 corner on 1, ready?
And they're going to have to use the timeout because the play clock is running down.
I'm still trying to figure out why they were standing there for 15, 20 seconds as if there was a stoppage of play.
Los Angeles. Their first charge timeout of that, the 30-second timeout.
They still have 2 timeouts remaining, so they can use the middle of the field. National Conference standings, the 2 premier teams, year after year after year. Arizona and San Jose have locked up division titles. San Jose 15-1, their only loss coming at home against this LA Kiss team in overtime. The question is, who will Arizona and San Jose host in their opening round games? And barring a shocking upset, it'll be San Jose and Arizona in the National Conference Championship game yet again. And you see Arizona 3 straight titles, and you know that burns in the craw of the San Jose SaberCats. 4th and short, Southwick, that ball is tipped. And it'll be Arizona football, and they will pitch a shutout here in the first half.
I'll tell you what, he misses the shot for Tyrone Gord here on the corner route. He gets man-to-man here, and he doesn't take the shot. Throw the ball to the corner. That's an easy one. Jeremy Kellum sitting way inside. You got a 6'5" receiver, and he's trying to throw the check down. We did get on him before for not throwing the corner out, but right there it was the right time to do so. You need points. Push it outside to the corner. It's wide open.
3 passes knocked down during that drive. Nick Davila, a little bit of time to work with. Rod Windsor. And he gets to the 16. Arizona will get a timeout. 7 seconds to go on the clock. And one thing you can always be assured of with Kevin Guy, he will keep his foot on the gas pedal.
Yeah, he's not.
He'll take nothing for granted.
There's no reason, and he's of the same school I am. You want us to knock it off, stop us.
Be sure to check out arenafootball.com for all the latest news and information on the Arena Football League. While you are there, be sure to shop the AFL Team Fan Shop for the latest team gear. Check out arenafootball.com today. Well, I remember one time when I was doing radio for the Albany Firebirds, you guys came to Albany and almost pitched a shutout. It was like 35-7 at the half. And I had one other game, Indiana at Milwaukee, and it was 34-0 until 90 seconds to go, and Milwaukee got 6 points.
Well, San Jose almost shut me out in the Arena Bowl. I still want to punch myself in the face.
The 52-14 game?
Yes. I mean, they had a great team, but that's garbage on my part.
Yeah, you certainly redeemed yourself, my friend. Davila, and he saw there was nothing there, and did the smart thing and got rid of it. He would take a hit in the process.
That could be a penalty. Should be a penalty because Kerry Reed was blocking. There was some confusion. Kerry Reed's blocking downfield, and the ball was thrown across the line of scrimmage. Watch Kerry Reed comes right out and blocks. Nick throws the ball down the field, not knowing that should have been a penalty on the Arizona Rattlers.
So just 4 seconds remaining. They have to take a shot at the end zone here. All kinds of movement.
Delay game offense. The tight end failed to declare. That's a 5-yard penalty and stays 2nd down.
Make sure to stick around at the half. We've got lots of good stuff, including previewing Hall of Fame week for new inductees headed into the Hall of Fame this week. The ceremony will be Thursday night in San Jose, and then the game is Friday between Arizona and San Jose. We'll also have stats and highlights, all that coming up at the half. Again, we've got a stoppage, and Kevin Guy wants and gets a timeout. So Arizona out of timeouts.
Is he thinking about possibly sending Fabrizio Scaccia out there?
Absolutely not.
Last time we saw that, what did we see?
We saw a missed field goal return for a touchdown twice.
By who? Gerald Young.
Gerald Young.
I don't think he wants to make another returner famous, do you?
No.
No.
And being a kicker for Kevin Guy is the toughest job in the AFL.
Hey, Scotcha's been able to hang on. He's been here.
It's his second tour of duty.
And he's been able to hang on.
What is it, 6 kickers in 3 years?
So there's a little trust. A couple of those kickers, you know, Tanamaran left or didn't return this year, so I don't want to count that one, right?
Well,
you can't count that.
The stat is the stat. 6 kickers in 3 years. And Scaccia last year for Jacksonville was one of those things, he just could make a kick from anywhere at the end of the year.
There's a lot of negatives going on.
Pass, that's going to leave a second on the clock. I'm a little surprised by the play call. I mean, the likelihood that that would get sprung for a touchdown, not particularly high. I would have thought they'd go to the end zone.
there's not a lot of time left, 1 second, 4 seconds, just throw the slip screen outside to Rod Windsor. He's tough to tackle. He's tough to tackle. Hey, caught one. Randy Gatewood caught a ball. Last time he got beamed in the chest on his home turf. I can't believe he got beamed in the chest on his home turf.
He looked like he never had a football thrown anywhere near him.
In this building. He's supposed to be comfortable here.
Hey, down in Michael Jordan missed the jump shot.
Davila throws and it's picked off, and here we go. Maybe LA won't get shut out.
They are Victoria. Come on.
Gonna take it for 6, touchdown Kiss.
Intercepted number 6, Josh Victoria, return for LA touchdown.
That's some way to conclude the first half. LA's offense couldn't score the whole half. And Nick Davila and company.
I'm going to put this one on the play call. I just throw the slip screen out there. Let your guys run. Let your guys run and block up front. You don't turn it over and give the other team any momentum. I mean, that.
Hadari on for the extra point attempt. It is good, and the first half is complete in Arizona. Rattlers 34. LA Kiss 7, and let's hear from Kevin Guy, who's with Randy Gatewood.
Coach Guy, what are your response to the challenge you issued to your team thus far in the first half?
Well, they're responding. You know, we've just played a great half up until that last second right there. And, you know, we were trying to take a shot at the end zone, but, you know, hey, we went dirty south on them in the first half. We got to come out. We got to put 60 minutes together.
If I know you, what challenge will you issue in the second half?
Well, we got to finish. I mean, we've been great at starting games. It's about playing for 60 minutes and finishing games right now.
Thank you. Thanks. Back to you, Ari.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you to Coach Guy. He is the master motivator. He'll come up with something at the break. We will step away, but for just a moment, we will come back and talk AFL Hall of Fame. 4 inductees go in this week. 4 legends in the AFL. First half dominated by the Rattlers. We're coming right back. A look inside the Arizona locker room. They're just about set for the start of the second half. There we see Cliff Dukes getting fired up, and then inside the LA Kiss locker room. I will say that Bob McMillan, all things considered, was very composed. Perhaps he needed to blow a gasket because we've seen him get awful fired up. We take a look at first half highlights, and here's Michael Benson. This is the reason they added him to their team. He has really added another dimension to the running game this season.
40 yards rushing, and you're seeing Nick doing something spectacular for him. A rushing touchdown doesn't happen very often, but they've been great on the ground and mixing it up. Kevin doing a good job, and here's the combo we've seen a ton over the last 4 or 5 seasons. Nick to Rod Windsor over the top on the 9 route. The quick screen to Chase the Adder. Defense nowhere to be found. Just too easy. They made it look very easy. Again, rushing the football. Good job, Sherman Carter getting out front, kicking out. Rod Windsor is able to take it in. And this play right here, the end of the half, Shane Victorian doing a nice job picking it up. But look at the convoy he collects. Takes it all down. But watch Nick Davila at the end of this play. Oh, he gets some of Shane Boyle at the end of, Josh Victorian on the return for the touchdown. And that's the only source of offense LA was able to muster in the game.
There you see the stats. Now, the 2 turnovers could be a hair misleading, but just know it, factually it's correct. There was a turnover. Arizona got the football. Then they, on defense, Tyree Glasper had the football, and then he fumbled. So LA got the football, but when you're watching, it wasn't like a traditional turnover where there was a real change of possession.
No, it wasn't. You see the yards per play for Arizona. I mean, that's the big thing to me. 8 yards per play. And you're talking about this defense had come in here playing so well, getting comfortable together, getting confident, giving up just 27.5 points a game over the last 2 games.
Okay, but can't you blame the offense a little bit? They fumbled their opening drive, the center quarterback exchange. You give it to them on the 7-yard line. You're down 14-0. And frankly, the offense couldn't keep the football.
I'm blaming everybody.
Okay, I'm just saying that I mean, the offense didn't help the defense at all.
No, not at all. The offense was terrible. I mean, they weren't in sync. They weren't on the same page, but you're also talking about a team that scores in the 40s in arena football. It doesn't happen. 39.8. I mean, Come on,
it's terrible, like you
said. That's not good.
It has improved a little bit. LA will get the football to start this half. I mean, I'm all for seeing some magic happen for Bob McMillan's team, make this thing interesting. We're going to be here the whole second half, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so. See if DeMarco Sampson, LA gets a bit of a spark, and continue the momentum of the pick six to end the first half.
He's got to get the ball and attack. Can't look to dance around. You've got to attack as soon as you get it.
Sampson makes a tackle. And then he is dragged down. His knee touches the ground at the 11-yard line.
And I do remember Rayshon Kaiser coming off the net. He was pretty deep. He was a decent return guy back in the day.
I kind of feel like he's so valuable to them defensively, they just want to risk having him out there.
The old Jason Sehorn effect, huh?
See what Danny Southwick can muster after throwing for less than 100 yards in the first half. Southwick to Morgan, and Morgan's got it. Touchdown Kiss. Flags on both sides of the field.
It's going to be holding. This is going to stand. The backside corner caught the motion, and Donovan continued to play, and that's a really good job by Southwick to continue to drift, create time and space for himself.
Long conversation. It's going to stand.
Illegal defense, the non-rushing linebackers too deep for 25. That penalty's declined. We also have holding on the defense. Number 19, that penalty's also declined. It is a touchdown.
Both guys trying to attack the motion man, Donovan Morgan again.
All right, so how about this? The last two plays in the game have resulted in touchdowns.
After they couldn't score, but you're going to see help right here from Ben Wells to the motion of Donovan Morgan coming downhill right at you. And here comes the hold first right there. And then Ben Wells gets upfield, and Danny just kind of drifts away. And then to capitalize on the problem, Marquise Floyd doesn't stop, or he does stop and doesn't continue to play.
Extra point is good. 14 straight points for the LA Kiss.
You see the help from the Jack coming over. He goes beyond the depth. And then Marquise stops. And Donovan does it.
Beautiful touch pass.
Yeah,
and it fell right in the breadbasket.
Great throw. Good job by Donovan to continue to play.
I mean, and showing emotion. One thing I can say is they went 3-15 last year. And at one point this year they were 0-9, and he has never lost his passion for the game.
No, he will never lose it. I mean, that's just the kind of kid he is.
Well, you were referencing, he really hasn't had a wingman. He has not had a guy who can, he's Batman. He has no Robin. Well, and that's part of why last year his stats were so good. He had 140 catches because the next guy barely, didn't have half that.
Well, DeMarco's starting to come on. He missed some time early in the season. When I spoke to Donovan prior to the game, that was the first thing he said. Spore has helped me out, DeMarco Sampson. So he's excited about Sampson and what their combo can bring.
Kerry Reed plays it off the net. A long time since I've seen Kerry Reed back there returning kicks, and he fumbles it. Recovered by the Kiss.
Fumble on the play.
I think Teron Benton with the strip.
First down, Los Angeles.
Watch right here. Benton rips it out there. And that's a great job by Double Deuce.
Well, no A.J. Cruz in the lineup, who normally returns kicks.
Right here.
And Kerry Reed.
Pull it out of there.
And he loses the football, and here is L.A. a chance for, they score on this play. The last 3 plays from scrimmage will be touchdowns. Southwick in trouble. Flag is down. Southwick throws that. Just gets rid of it.
Flag down the play.
Coming out here, Arizona
Holding offense, number 71. 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
And I know you want to strike fast, but you know Arizona's going to put pin their ears back, and they're coming downhill. Great time for a screen play, great time for a receiver screen play outside. They're playing off coverage. Make these big boys run sideline to sideline. You come out and go 5-step, now you get a holding call because you can't hold up front.
Southwick, and Donovan Morgan dives. The ball hit the turf, waiting for a signal, and they're going to say incomplete. Not an accurate pass there from Danny Southwick.
And this is easy catch and throw. He forces his guy back outside.
That's a good call.
Good call, ball's on the ground. Well, those are the kind you got to have. I mean, it could be Donovan drifting inside a little too much, could be the throw. However, those are stealing throws. I mean, those are those throws that should be in your sleep.
Southwick looking for Morgan, who stumbles and falls, and the ball falls incomplete in the back of the end zone. Marquise Floyd in coverage for the Rattlers.
Tyrone Gord sitting on the far wall by himself, 8 yards down the field.
We got down left HO. We got 50, H dig, wing go, S stutter go. Brown left, HO, 50, H dig, wing go, S stutter go on 1, ready?
So you're running 2 goes with a dig route.
Southwick. There's a battle. Marquise Brown had his hands all over Tyrone Gord, and this is going to be a penalty against Arizona.
Pass interference defense, number 11. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Well, Kevin Guy told our Randy Gatewood that this team has to learn to play 60 minutes, and we're definitely seeing a lull in Arizona's play.
A huge lull. I mean, but it's one play. The interception at the end of the half. There was 0 going on for LA, 0. They gained the momentum by giving up that turnover.
Fake it to one side, come back to Morgan, and Morgan picks up 7 yards. See, that was the kind of play calls I wanted to see early in the game. I just wanted to see the playmaker get his hands on the football.
Those are the plays I wanted to see to start this drive. You've got all the momentum, but you've allowed the guys up front to try and get some pressure on your guys.
Walls left, wing yo, 70 smash, wing sail post on 1, ready?
Look for Donovan Morgan to run this route here. He's going to come out, run the sail over, smash on the outside, which is an arrow route.
Southwick throws, and that pass too high for Donovan Morgan. Pressure bearing down on Danny Southwick.
That's a route where you know you're going to get hit. It takes a while. You've got to drift to create space. Donovan gets a little impatient on the route. Doesn't really carry out the pass.
Third down, lockdown, make some noise.
Brown left, HO, fullback, blast left on 1, ready?
Run the ball here.
Keep it on the ground. Miles Mason, look at push Miles. He would not go down, and it's going to be 1st and goal at the 2. We'll keep listening downstairs.
Left? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Good. Brown wing, fullback talk. Brown right, wing loop. What? Brown right, wing loop, fullback, blast left on 1, ready?
It's Mason, and he gets hit hard. Gain of a yard on the play. I believe it was Cliff Dukes. Cliff Dukes, 7th-year man, played at Michigan State. He's been a dominant player at times in his career. When he was with Tampa, he was virtually, couldn't block him. 40.5 sacks.
He's still, when he turns it on a notch. he can still get it going.
Oh, yeah, he can. I mean, that's the thing with this kind of a veteran team. For them, it's only about the playoffs. Again, it's Mason and Tyree Glasper and company.
Mason carries. Tampa Bay.
Let's take a listen. Third down call coming up.
Third down, bring the noise!
Hey, we got tight, swap, trade right, wing yo, tight, swap, trade right, 90 wing fade route, S2, H, piston on one, ready?
They're going to try to throw fade to Donovan. Right over the catch coverage at the line of scrimmage. The ball should be thrown right to the back line.
Southwick throws, and it's caught. Gordon got it. Touchdown. Kiss. 3 consecutive touchdowns from the visitors.
They'll continue to battle. You're going to see Donovan carry the coverage out. Great pickup inside by the young center, Cody Afuzia. Does a really nice job to come off. I mean, Glasper looked like he had a clean shot on the QB.
We suddenly have a football game, huh? Said it was 34-0. Now it's 34-21. Gord, the big target, gets the score for the Kiss. It was 34-0. Final play of the first half. Josh Victorian. And he ends up going the distance. LA's first play from scrimmage, third quarter. Donovan Morgan, touchdown kick. And this just happened a moment ago. Tyrone Gord, the touchdown. So 34-21. And Arizona going to have to get refocused because LA Kiss has made this a game.
I thought after last week's session of practices, which probably weren't fun for any of those guys, they would have been refocused and not lost their focus, but they have lost it at this point.
Kerry Reed fumbled the last time. And he switches hands, secures the football, and takes it out to the 15-yard line. And let's go to Randy.
Down here with Coach McMillan. Coach, shifting momentum here. Can you talk about a little bit what happened, what changed? What did you tell the guys at halftime?
Heart. We got to play with heart, and that's what these guys are doing in the second half. And we just got to keep it going, this momentum going right now.
What else do you have to do to win this game?
We need a couple more turnovers. Our defense, we got one in the kickoff right there, that last possession. Hopefully we get one on defense to be able to turn this game around.
Sounds good. Good luck to you. Art?
Thank you, Randy. Penalty on the return. Arizona 1st and 10 from their own 7-yard line. For Nick Davila, pretty mediocre numbers. 8 of 14, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And here's the screen game, and it's Ron Windsor. And still on his feet, brought down at the 5-yard line. He ran about 60 yards and get credit for about 40 of them.
He was serpentining. We knew they were coming from behind.
He lost his footing a couple times. I thought he was going to score
again,
for sure.
You see the quick screen, get the ball out of his hands. See Big Dennis out in front. And great hustle from Cato Bishop to come down and make the tackle.
I mean, that guy, the nose.
The nose guard. Where's the rest of the guys? I thought for sure that was going for a score.
Davila. Dime, throws, caught. Touchdown Rattlers. Dan Buckner. Quite the response from the Rattlers.
They needed it. This is something they needed. It's going to see the cross route is going to come in motion and beat his man all the way across the field. You see the touch throw over the top of the jack, and that's when it helps to have 6'5", 6'4", running across the back of the end zone. Buckner from U of A, 6'5", 220. He's able to take it out there.
Scotcha on for the extra point. And the extra point is good. 3-score game again. We're coming right back to the desert. Tomorrow, ESPN brings you Monday Night Baseball. The New York Yankees visit the Texas Rangers. Coverage from Arlington begins at 8 Eastern. All right, Sid. LA certainly made this more interesting. They made it a 2-score game before Arizona shows their championship moxie getting the score. But if you're LA, there's something to build on right now.
There really is, and they've got to be playing with a little more confidence. I think when you look down towards that sideline, there's a little more swagger, a lot more guys paying attention, clapping over on the sideline, trying to work through some things to continue the momentum that they have gained.
This is a team that was 0-9. They have won 4 of their last 6 games. They've made themselves relevant in the race for the playoffs. A lot of things are going to have to happen for them to get into the playoffs, but they are alive at this point.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
That's right, my friend. DeMarco Sampson deep for the kiss. Fans are back into it here.
It was quiet for a while.
Well, when you're up 34-0, it's kind of hard to have the same views as the stands. The fans were too comfortable. And DeMarco Sampson thought he was going to reverse fields, but he was forced out of bounds. So Danny Southwick, 15 for 30, 140 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Things were very ugly early. He has certainly stabilized himself, play more efficiently.
He really has, and they needed him to do that, but it kind of went along with the momentum they got. He got a little bit better and kind of took a deep breath and started playing well, making some throws. Right now, they've got to make some good play calls, some responsible play calls, and really allow this guy to operate down the field.
They go 5 steps, Southwick going deep to Gord, fights for it, had it, and lost it. That is a tough matchup down there for Jeremy Kellum. He's given up a lot in height.
He is, and if this ball is thrown in the right spot, and when I mean right spot, I mean somewhere over there, not straight up the field, make him stop for it, throw it out in front of him and let him go up and make a play. But as every receiver, and I'm sure our Hall of Famer Randy Gatewood will tell you, you put your mitts on it, you got to bring it down.
A 6-inch difference in height between Gord and Jeremy Kellum. Southwick's going deep again. Sampson brings it in with one hand. Touchdown kiss to DeMarco Sampson.
That's a great throw right there.
45 yards for the LA touchdown.
This is a great throw. They just test the short side. Look at that pressure for McAdoo. And watch this dime. This drops right in the basket. Sticks a big paw out. And the former San Diego State Aztec makes it happen with the great catch.
I'll say this about offense coordinator Matt Sock. He had a game plan of testing him deep, and he has stuck with it.
He has. He's gone right after these guys. Down the field, in your face.
Back to a 2-score game. DeMarco Sampson brings it in with the left hand, and the kids keep on fighting. This Arena Football telecast is brought to you by Go RVing. Visit GoRVing.com to find the dealer and RV that's right for you. Cool looking shot there. 41-28 our score. As you see the score by quarters, LA Kiss 21-7 here in the third. They look like a completely different football team since that pick 6 on the final play of the first half.
Momentum is a strange and funny friend. It's really good when it's with you, but when it's against you, as we saw 34 zip, it's not on your side. But Danny Southwick has turned it around and been exceptional on the deep throws in the course of the last 2 quarters.
Gary Reed will not get a chance at a return. Nick Davila and the Rattlers offense back to work.
See if Coach Walt Hausman's defense can come out and get it going. Get a stop and a turnover.
Well, they've only given up 7 points this quarter, and the defense has done its job. They get one more stop here. the fourth quarter could get real interesting. Davila throws. Windsor makes the catch, but had to go to the ground to do it. Less than 5 yards on the play. Oh, no, pardon me. Ruled incomplete. He was on the near side. I did not have a line of sight until he had it. We've seen some drops today from the Rattlers.
We have. First 2 plays of the game, but they were able to overcome those. We'll see if they can overcome here in this drive.
Davila from his own end zone, and Windsor's wide open. He's got the football, the stiff arm, and he is brought down. There is a flag down. Victorian able to tackle Windsor, and there's a flag all the way back, right outside the Rattlers end zone.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Holding offense, number 55. Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 6. Those penalties offset. Replay, second down.
Let's go downstairs to Randy.
Guys, I'm here with Mr. Sampson. Sports Center top 10 moment. Take us through that last touchdown catch.
It was one-on-one coverage, and anytime you get one-on-one, you got to make the best of your opportunity. So, you know, it came up big. I reached out for it. I looked it in. And, you know, we practice every day on one-hand catches, tough catches, out-of-bounds catches, on-the-wall catches. So it's just repetition, repetition, repetition.
Great catch, man. Great job. Ari?
Thank you, Chase DeAdder with the catch. Marco Sampson, I was fortunate. I called several of his games while I was at San Diego State, and he always had the knack for making the spectacular catch.
But the funny thing is making it look easy, though.
Oh, yeah. He's just an incredible athlete.
Hey, I knew it was going to be there.
Third down coming up for the Rattlers. Shuffle pass to Kerry Reed, who picks up the first down. Randy, let's talk wide receiver play. And, you know, both sides have shown some playmaking ability, but we've really seen LA come alive here over the last quarter.
Absolutely. Marco Sampson has really done a great job of stepping in tonight and helping Morgan, especially after Morgan took that shot from Marquise Floyd earlier. But he's done a great job of running routes, getting open. As you can see, that last play, that was just absolutely amazing. It kind of reminds me of me back when I used to play this game. So,
I mean, there's just a plug for himself right there. You gotta like that, as that pass is incomplete. Now, there was never a lack of confidence on that Rattler team. So you guys are all in the locker room. Who loved themselves the most during those championship years?
Who loved themselves the most? I'm gonna probably go with
1-4.
Gateway was close, but Hunky loved some
okay.
Hunky James loved him some Hunky. And boy, let me tell you what, if you did something wrong in the locker room, that little dude would give it to you, man.
I thought you couldn't understand anything till the final word.
You couldn't, but you knew what he meant.
He certainly loved himself the most, though. 1-4 was for sure top winner in that category.
Hunky Cooper, another Hall of Famer.
Great play by Teron Benton. Jack.
Tackled by Benton.
The quarter is complete. Maybe at the break we can find out who currently likes themselves more, Cedric Bonner or Randy Gaywood. Randy just plugged himself, so he's in the clubhouse with the lead.
Yeah, I won't be doing that.
Fair enough. That third quarter was all about the LA Kiss. 21-7, they outscore Arizona. So we've got ourselves a football game heading into the fourth quarter. Do not go anywhere. We are coming right back to the desert. $13-point lead for Arizona. Start of the fourth quarter. I want to remind everybody the next CBS Sports Network game is Friday night. Big showdown, 2 heavyweights. Arizona visits San Jose, 10:30 Eastern on CBS Sports Network.
Was a 34-point lead, folks. Let's remind everybody of that as well.
13-point game and 3rd and long here. Can the Kiss come up with a stop? Davila all kinds of time looking for Windsor, and he can't make the catch. 4th down coming up
He should have taken Chase DeAdder on the post route. He waited and waited. Great protection up front. But DeAdder runs the post route and is open early. Down the middle, you'll see on the top of the screen. And that would have been a tough catch.
So here we go. 4th down. It's an LA Kiss defense that had come in playing as well as any defense in the league, and they have turned it up a notch in the second half. Davila hit on the throw. It's going to be incomplete. A flag is down. Let's wait and see what the flag's all about before LA starts celebrating. And it's going to go against LA.
Personal foul, hands to the face, defense. Number 56, 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's 2 penalties on Brown. Real costly.
Costly penalties on
Let's see it before we throw him under the bus.
I mean, this is a, gonna watch him right there. Yeah, that's a good call. He continues to push it right there.
If it had just been the initial contact, I thought they should let it slide, but he stayed with it. It's a good call.
I'll tell you what, that's great defensive play, and it's tough that it comes off the board for that reason right there.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, Los Angeles bench, 10-yard penalty, first down.
I could understand their frustration. I mean,
however,
that did not really affect the play that much.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
Like, it was the right call, but it doesn't mean, I mean, that was kind of a big moment right there. And the penalties for LA mounting.
Coach McMillan, along with Coach Hausman, not happy with that.
First and 10. DeAdder makes the catch and undercut by Kaiser at the 9-yard line.
Tackled by Kaiser. Gain of 5 on the play, brings it to second down.
Rayshon Kaiser put up incredible numbers. You go back to 2011, 18 interceptions. Playing with Orlando the last 2 seasons. He had 9 interceptions in each season with the Philadelphia Soul. The Soul decided to go in a different direction and have James Romaine as the middle safety. And Kaiser finds himself now on the Kiss, and he's really helped their defense. And Rod Windsor loses. Kaiser loses his helmet. Windsor gets the touchdown.
And that was a blown coverage. There was some confusion in the switch there. Again, a great play, great read by Nick to see the flat defender out of position. And he gets the ball out early and allow his guy to come downhill and delivers a shot. And you see him read coverage, both guys taking upfield, and great finish by Windsor.
That was an exclamation point at the end of that one.
It really was, and right before the play, before he got trucked, the Philadelphia game a year ago, we hated to see this guy lose the game. Put on one of the truly spectacular performances by a defensive player against Cleveland.
Opening round of the playoffs, they lost on a field goal on the last play. Rod Windsor putting together another big game, and here he delivers the blow, knocks the helmet off, and gets the 6. In 1965, Nick Piantanita launched the first civilian space program. A truck driver from New Jersey, he had no formal training, but he had a dream to complete the highest parachute jump in history. Angry Sky, a 30 for 30 film, Thursday at 8 p.m. on ESPN. That's all kinds of crazy right there.
Yeah, and the magnificent shot in the background, how spectacular is the Grand Canyon. I lived here and didn't really appreciate, you know, how beautiful it was when I was here.
Because all you guys apparently in the locker room were appreciating yourselves. There wasn't any time.
See, I never even came up on the list.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Yeah, Randy didn't get you involved in that. Marco Sampson. I don't understand why they keep blowing the whistle.
It's at their disposal.
Right, their discretion.
I mean, come on.
That ball came straight down. Let them play.
But that's where my comments were on. They want to see returns. Well, if that's the case, don't kick it in the slack net. Make that a penalty as well, if you kick it in the slack net. If we want returns, kicking in the slack net is a penalty.
1st and 10 for Danny Southwick and the LA Kiss.
Danger zone here. Backed up against this front. They've had some time to rest. They're going to be fresh. Might want to get something out quick.
Southwick, 5-step drop, and he throws into some open space. Fan comes up with the football. They get to keep the football. It was a heck of an effort. He would not be denied.
Well, let's look. He's got the gloves on. He had the Under Armour gloves. Look at that. And then the stick 'em right there. The stick 'em.
The stick 'em did it.
Gets it.
Southwick. This is what you want to do.
That's your first down play. You haven't done it. It's been 5-step. Every first down. Come out and throw something quick.
How do you and your inner offensive coordinator get along? It seems like you get so frustrated with these OCs around the league.
I don't get frustrated. Since they had the early passes batted down in the first half, they haven't gone 3-step on the first couple of downs. And you can't get away from it. It's an important part of the game. Get your guys up front to get hands down.
Southwick, and it's going to end up in the front row. All right, Randy, what do you think of the play calling?
All right, I have to confess, I saw Sam Bonner and Coach White get into some pretty heated exchanges, during my time here. So, I always tried to call my play quite a few times myself, but then Hunky, he'd be in the huddle, he'd be the one trying to make that decision. So it goes back to what you said. Who loves themselves the most? Hunky always kind of overrode us,
Well, Randy at times wanted to take his sweet time to get into a route. I'm trying to get it out.
Southwick, the throw, and oh goodness, you got two players running into each other. Ouch. I just can't imagine that was the way the play was designed.
Roughing the passer, number 6 defense. High hit. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
It is design of the play. However, on the backside, when you've got the dig coming, this is just a simple gin route or in from the wing. When you've got getting pressed on the backside, if you can't clear the area, that's a tough call on Dukes. But if you can't clear the area, you need to cross the field to vacate the area instead of getting your guy crushed up the boards.
Wow, that was a scary moment. Appears both guys are okay. Who's going to cut? They got to bring in Clancy to play. They got to bring in the backup quarterback to play receiver. Both guys have to come out for a player. They lose the timeout. So the backup quarterback, Joe Clancy's in at receiver. There he is, number 14.
And we check this out again. This guy has got to either clear long, or if your guy's playing your man, drag across the field to vacate the dig area. You see he gets caught up by Marquise, and then that's when the problem happens right there. Just got to be smarter than the play and understand the situation.
All right, so LA's top 2 receivers are out of the game here on first down. I thought they might run it. Southwick's going deep to Tyrone Gordon. He's got it. Touchdown Kiss. But there is a flag down. If it stands, it's a 29-yard touchdown.
Illegal defense, number 90 defensive end, dropped into the defensive backfield. That penalty decline, touchdown.
I know you love to play man-to-man, but your backup quarterback is in the game, has shown no sign of being a tremendous athlete. You can't play man-to-man in this situation. Make him throw the ball to him. And you get 6'5" again on the little guy, who's been spectacular, but
extra point is good. Back to a 2-score game. 9:14 to go in the 4th. Tyrone Gordon putting together a big game. Makes it look easy.
Back at the Snake Pit, 48-35. We're going to show you how LA gets on the board here. This here is the backup quarterback. And Arizona loves to play man-to-man. We need to have help here. Watch what Marquise Floyd does. Leaves his man on an island, attacks the backup quarterback who hasn't shown to be a threat, leaving Tyrone Gord one-on-one inside for the easy score. That's about as easy as you've seen all day.
But do you believe that that is a lack of recognition that the two guys were out of the game?
I don't think it's a lack of recognition. It might be a guy trying to jump something and see something on his own. But because of the leverage, the area that Jeremy Kellum played, he played on the outside edge. He was expecting help.
Caught through the slack net in the media area. Tomorrow, ESPN brings you Monday Night Baseball. The New York Yankees and the Red Hot Alex Rodriguez visit the Texas Rangers. Coverage from Arlington begins at 8 Eastern. Having some mic drops here. Here we go.
However, by rule, that is a non-returnable kick, so the penalty's not enforced. First down on the 5-yard line.
How would you grade Nick Davila's performance?
I think he's been good. The only play that hurt him was the interception at the end of the half, and that's really not his fault. When you're on the 25 trying to throw it into jam it into the end zone, when the secondary is just sitting back there waiting, I think he's been real crisp.
Davila throws. Followed by the man in the clock. Rob Windsor, the intended target. Nick comes up hobbled a little bit. There's one guy they cannot afford to lose. It's number 10. They got penalized for it. Logan Harrell played at Fresno State. He's a 25-year-old rookie. Got a chance to take down the AFL reigning MVP.
Well, there's been some tough penalties to go against LA, and they've earned most of them.
Double-digit penalties for Kiss. On the ground and Benson, not much room to work with. Antron Dillon. And Dillon is built as though he's a professional bodybuilder. I mean, this guy's a freak of nature.
He really is. They got him listed at 270, but he's got to be more 255, 260. He is extremely leaned out. Former Rattler won a championship here with him a few years back.
4th year in the league. Played his college ball at North Alabama. 2nd and 7. Davila stumbles, throws. Wow, that could have been a pick-6 right there.
Intended for Deanna.
Benton, the ball was on him so fast. He didn't have a chance to react.
No, he didn't. And you see the line charge. Everything out in front. Nick doesn't even see. He overruns it. Overruns the play. I mean, that was the play that they're looking for.
It was, you know, because Nick stumbled. It was like he just didn't look, and he just went ahead and threw it. Could have been a total disaster.
Might be a little hobbled. He did come up banged up.
3rd down. And that's incomplete. Well, we got to get a hand on it. Rayshon Kaiser. Well, here we go again. They got it to this point before, to a 4th down, and a defense penalty kept the drive alive for Arizona. They get a stop here. LA will certainly give themselves a chance.
They need to get their call in and be ready to go. Kevin's trying to take as much time off the clock as possible.
There's still so much time.
6 on the play clock.
Oh, LA again. Penalty after penalty on 4th down plays. This will not give them a 1st down.
Well, that's just, I mean, for lack of a better word, stupid. It's not a smart play.
Offsides defense, number 90, 5-yard penalty. That is also the 4th minor foul, which creates a bonus situation. Automatic 1st down.
Oh.
Well, I had not kept track of that, so that's my bad. And so it is a 1st down, and it makes it, I mean, for McMillan, all you said was you want him to play smart. And there have been times where LA has been their own worst enemy.
Both 2 4th downs. They pretty much gave them the first down. 2 4th downs. Big 4th downs.
And you can tell by the look on McMillan's face how he feels about it. Benson, and that ball was on the ground.
Damerless pass complete to number 9, Michael Benson.
It's a really good job on the edge by Boyle. Comes off, or excuse me, that's Victorian, excuse me, comes up and cuts him, and you got to dive in there for that ball. That thing was on the ground for a while. You got to go in there. You need it.
All right, 2nd down. See what the Kiss can do defensively. They need to cause a turnover. And a quick hitter, DeAdder. And DeAdder's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Rattlers.
When you get too much of the same coverage, you're able to take advantage of it. DeAdder's coming downhill. The safety man is backing off, so he throws the look route. Kaiser misses the tackle. Going to see him throw the look route quick. Kaiser misses the tackle, and Boyle gets drug into the end zone. DeAdder takes it in for his 2nd score.
Extra point is up, and it is good. The lead back to 3 scores for the 3-time defending champions. 55-35 the score. A little more than 4.5 minutes to go in the 4th. Arizona looking for their 13th victory of the season. Last season, they went 15-3. They started the season 14-0, an AFL record, on their way to their 3rd straight AFL title. And keep in mind, they looked vulnerable at the end of last year. And even in the first round of the playoffs, Portland had a chance to beat them. But then once they got rolling into the conference championship game, into the Arena Bowl, they were just much better than everybody else. It'll be interesting to see what buttons Kevin Guy pushes to get them playing their best.
It will be, because it doesn't look like the same team, the same strength, but we'll see.
That's off the iron. That's a free football, and it's still loose, and it will be LA football. I've made this comparison before. It reminds me a bit of the Chicago Bulls during their 2 3-peats, because all that mattered to those teams was winning the title. So getting through the regular season and how you motivate guys, how you keep them rested enough to be at their best at the end, and Kevin Guy's been able to do that, but it's really about getting to the postseason. Your record, as long as you get in, doesn't really matter.
Absolutely. Well, you definitely want to host a playoff game at home, because that helps the franchise out. You want to host a playoff game, but for them, hosting the conference title, I mean, they want to get back to the title game. So by any means necessary.
And Gilson had to fight with the fans. Look, she comes up with the ball. She's getting high fives in her section. Here's some credit. She just wanted it more.
That's awesome. That's the best part about our league is take a souvenir home.
Were you one of those guys at the end of the game that liked, instead of like trying to run it for 3 inches to keep the clock moving, you'd go throw it up in the stands, keep the fans happy?
Absolutely, making friends across America. How do you think I got to try and be mayor?
The mayor is Sid Bonner. You're walking around this arena with Sid Bonner. Just know you're not going anywhere very quickly.
It's like my old apartment. I used to live here for 15 years, so it's seeing all the old neighbors.
A little less than 3 minutes to go. Southwick on 3rd down, buying time. And there is the man, Donovan Morgan, touchdown Kiss.
They just won't go away. They just continue to play. And you got to give this one all to the offensive line, who gave time to Southwick, who's standing in his end zone waiting for that route to develop. Vega, Parka, and Fusia just stood tall and gave their guy protection, along with Miles Mason from the fullback spot.
Extra point is up, and it is good.
Extra point by the Doring is good. 2:13 to go, fourth quarter. It's your Rattlers 55.
Look at the pass pro in there. That's a nice pass pro. He's drifting into the only pressure there could be, but he throws the ball right on the money. Donovan able to beat Brown and finish the play. Comes from all
about
the way
these
outside.
numbers? Yards per catch, very impressive. 6 catches, 122 yards, 2 touchdowns.
They say he's an old man, huh? He's still got some legs left, I think.
He does. Want access to every AFL game at once? Go to arenafootball.com and click AFL Live for an online broadcast of games around the league via the ESPN3 video player. Or, if you're on the go, download the Watch ESPN app to your mobile device and keep up with AFL action as it happens.
Love you, baby. Love my wife, man, my kids.
Smelling onside.
Oh, yo, man.
It's about that time.
It is about that time.
13-point game, 2:13 remaining. Not familiar with Hadari's repertoire of onside kick options.
Guys going with the old school Rattler helmets.
Let's see what kind of onside kick we've got here. The dribbler, and it got past the Rattlers, but hits the sideboard, and that immediately ends the play. A little too much speed on that kick. How come nobody's told Hadari to tuck in his shirt? It's been like that the whole game.
I don't know what's going on with that. That is not fashion forward.
I don't even know what to say about that. I'm not familiar with that look.
That's not even his game jersey. It's like a t-shirt from underneath. That's not the game jersey. That's a t-shirt. See, the game jersey ends right there.
Can we get Randy Gatewood on that, please? I'd like an explanation.
Randy, go tell that
about
dude
Randy.
to tuck his shirt in.
What's going on with the shirt? What is that thing? What's going on?
Let me work on that, all right? I'll get right back to you.
I don't feel like Randy's hustling over there. And Davila throwing for Buckner. Buckner was held on the play.
Incomplete intended for Buckner.
And now I see Randy heading over there. I mean, he's the fashion police. He's the right guy to be asking the question.
He is.
Pass interference defense, number 6. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Josh Victorian.
I love it. Randy Gatewood took a knee next to the kicker to talk to him about what's going on with the jersey shirt thing there. Well, it's an explanation. Doesn't look real pleased.
Did he tell you to get out of his face, Gatewood?
What's the deal?
Hey, man, you know me. I'm known for doing those kind of things, man. But I had a little conversation with him. He said, I'm going to keep it cool, one word. It's all about the swag. So if you notice, I'm going to walk with a little swag. I think that's what he meant when he said that right now.
What?
Yeah,
What?
you know,
What?
That's not swag.
All he said was swag. I just, you know, hey.
Wearing a 2X Fruit of the Loom underneath your game jersey. That's not swag.
You got to understand. Nothing against some of those other kickers, but he is a kicker.
Oh, that was worth coming to Arizona for. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are at the 1-minute warning. 1-minute timing rules are in effect. Now, Arizona has the lead. They cannot take a knee here. They have to get forward progress on a running play. Otherwise, the clock automatically stops. LA Kiss still have all 3 timeouts, so they're going to use all their timeouts if Arizona gets forward progress to try to keep their chances alive. And quick hitter, Deatter with the catch, and they get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rattlers. So they're saying officially that play took just 1 second. So what kind of speed in the 40 does Deatter have then?
He's a long dude, but I didn't know you could run a
10 yards in 1
second.
second.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Because usually you run the 40, your first 10 is not in less than 1 second.
Well, obviously it is for him. Sac State had a prodigy down there.
Oh, blocked extra point, still almost went in. It came off the iron. LA's playing it like it's live.
It's always the rookies. They haven't gotten the memo.
But no,
yet.
their assumptions, you know, he's being played and then wait to be stopped.
Arizona has completely crushed this team with the slip screens. Deatter right here in the middle. Watch these two guys back out. We'll jam there, but watch the quick throw. Once the motion passes, and there's nothing you can do. The two corners back out, and look at that seam. Good just punch down by Windsor, and it's over.
Randy, what do you got?
Hey, man, you know, I overheard y'all talking about some things up there, so I went and researched it. Chase Deatter, fastest 40 time he's ever ran, 4.4. But he definitely looks a lot faster from the takeoff out here.
4.4. That's fine, but
that's still not 1 second per every 10 yards.
Well, actually, they have 58 on the board, so maybe the clock operator here said Dave Gonzaga, he couldn't do it that fast. I'm rolling with 2 seconds. DeMarco Sampson. And he gets to the 12-yard line. Danny Southwick, much better since the second half started. 20 of 36, 265 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 1 interception.
He was 12 of 24 at one point. So he's turned it on big time this half. Before we get out of here, I'm going to say hey to Walt Hausman's mom up in New Hampshire. She's been watching a game of arena football for a long time. Walt's been a lifer. Or Coach House. I don't want to get punched in the face. Coach House is a lifer. So hey to Mama House, man, up in New Hampshire.
House, the defensive coordinator, has been with Bob McMillan for so long. And they're going to have penalty against Arizona. Marquise Floyd, the defensive back, who will get the penalty.
They're going after the old man.
35 years of age, coming off a season where he was first team All-Arena with 13 interceptions.
Fouls, pass interference. We're checking to see if they want time added.
That is an option in the final minute of play. It's the Doug Plank rule.
I would think
pass interference, defense number 19. 10-yard penalty, first down. In addition, Los Angeles has accepted the option of adding clock, timer. Please reset the clock to 55 seconds, 5-5.
So an explanation, when Doug Plank was the coach of the Georgia Force, at the end of games, he would basically just tell his team to commit pass interference or holding, play after play after play, and it got out of hand. And he just hoped one time they'd miss it, but they would never catch a ball on his defense if they were just trying to mug every receiver. So this way, they changed the rules so you could add time, so you couldn't just keep doing that over and over.
Well, you know, personally, I feel like if you're losing the game, are you ever going to turn that time adage up and down? So it should.
Well, no, unless you're trying to wind the clock down and you're only down one score.
Yeah, okay, well,
that's the way the games used to be pretty frequently.
But if you're, you're down by a couple touchdowns,
you got to try to show some fight, keep adding the time. Southwick and fires there. Looking for Donovan Morgan.
We had the bench route open from DeMarco Sampson.
Third down for the Kiss. I mean, think about it. They had 0 points until the final play of the first half. They've got 42. Chance for more. They were just sleepwalking through the first 29 minutes of the game. Uh-oh. Down goes Southwick. McAdoo showing that speed. Comes around the corner, those long strides.
He takes Shannon Tavega to school.
Illegal defense, number 6. The linebacker was outside the defensive box. That's a 5-yard penalty and a first down.
Cliff Dukes, veteran, gets the penalty, so no sack for McAdoo.
When did it happen, though? I'd like to see the replay. When did it happen? Because the quarterback rolled.
He was out of the pocket. And again, more time on the clock.
The quarterback rolls out, so we're looking for Dukes here. He's right here. He's not out of the pocket. He's in the throwing lane. That's not a good call. He can go there. He can shadow. He's right in front of the guard. That's not a good call.
And he clearly doesn't agree with the call either. He's shaking his head. Southwick to throw. Morgan to catch. And Morgan lowers the shoulder. It's going to be first and goal. And timeout call with 39 seconds to go. National Conference standings, and we have not updated it with this result. Arizona will improve to 13-3. LA Kiss 4-12. And keep in mind, 4 of the 6 teams make the playoffs. So going into week 19, Spokane and
Let's see, he pulls it down. Oh, he's got it.
He's got it.
Wow.
That's
tremendous
awesome.
effort.
And there's your catch of the week. I don't know what other competition there could be.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. Well done. What a well, I mean, he's put together a huge half.
Say what you want about this LA team.
They play with some heart.
They have continued to fight and fight and fight.
Seconds to go. Fourth quarter, it's your Rattlers 61, LA 49.
The way this second half has gone, I'm not so sure how happy Kevin Guy is going to be after this game.
After play was over,
He looks a little frustrated.
After the play was over, personal foul, number 92, Arizona, head slap. That penalty will be enforced on the first play after the kickoff.
That's Anthony McLeod. A gourd in the game, 4 catches, 36 yards, 3 touchdowns.
I mean, watch how long Gord is. He gets up. He looks him at 6'3", but man, he looks longer than that. But he gets up over the wall, cleanly over the wall on the vertical. First threw it, I thought, no way it's going to land back there on the seat somewhere.
I mean, the courage, the effort. I mean, you're down 3 scores. No one would hold it against you if you didn't try to make that catch. But you're definitely going to earn some love in your locker room making a play like that.
Absolutely, man. These guys just continue to fight and play, and you got to wonder, if not for that awful start of sleepwalking through a quarter and a half, more than that even.
I mean, they were down 34-0. It's 61-49.
Literally 1 play left. 1 play left in the half. And they got momentum. Something going.
Here comes a different style onside kick.
Onside kick recovered by number 1, Ron Winter.
He must not feel confident trying to pound it into the turf and let guys go up and fight for it. I mean, these guys aren't even close to the football on those onside attempts.
Like I said earlier, there are 5 kickers I trust in that situation. Clay Rush is one of them. Steve Vidatek. There's a few other
Mike
guys.
Black.
A few other guys.
Would you put up Mike Black on the list?
He wasn't on my list, so I can't. He was on the Iowa list in New York. But Mike was pretty good. Mike was pretty good.
Michael Benson carries.
Got to put Anthony Brenner on that list. He was awesome.
I mean, this much talk from you about kickers, and I'm feeling warm and fuzzy on the inside. Well, you break out a Hallmark card here in a minute.
Let's just slow it down. Let's just slow it down.
Okay.
Slow your roll.
All right, here is LA's not going to win, but this is the play of the game.
I'm thinking this is about 11 feet. What do you think?
He's got some long arms.
He does. His arms may be for like a 6'7" guy. They have him listed at 6'3". Gateway, what'd you think about that catch? I never saw you sell out for me like that over the top of a wall.
Oh, man, I thought he was probably about 9 feet, but I remember a game in Utah, you threw me one. I think my waist was like up at the bottom of the yellow crossbar there, you know? Go ahead, Aaron, say it.
Hey, the difference is back then you had to get 1 foot in the field of play. You couldn't just jump over the wall and catch it.
True indeed, but it was a remarkable catch, though.
Yeah, he is.
And it didn't remind you of you?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. It certainly reminded me of me, you know. That's the first thing I thought about.
They just put Randy Gatewood up on the Jumbotron as he's talking about himself. Now he's waving to the crowd. I mean, that's just a lot of Randy Gatewood. All right, 17 got his moment. It's great that he was talking about himself as the crowd acknowledged him. Chase Theater, the touchdown, is Kevin Guy not taking his foot off the gas pedal.
Well, caught Kaiser blitzing in the backfield, expecting a run play.
Illegal defense. Outside rush by the defensive back. That penalty's declined. Touchdown.
It's just a rush from the defensive back. He was expecting a running play, so he shot the gap. Nobody else ready for the play. And Nick just raises up and throws it. I tell you, Chase has helped getting back in the lineup.
Yep, he's got 6 catches, 65 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
You know, talking with Coach Guy, the guy that they felt they really missed, they've been struggling without, is Marquis White, and those were the numbers he would add. He was so good in the red zone.
Oh, so good.
So good in the red zone, and was playing at such a high level for them. And they're trying to find that third piece to bring it all together.
Arizona now with 68 points in the game. And they have responded to their head coach who challenged their offense following the loss against Spokane. They weren't always razor sharp offensively, but the 68 points is going to look good.
It does, and they've always been able to respond. They might have a couple droughts here, but they had been able to respond. However, you try to go in Friday night and have a few droughts in the game in that magnitude up in San Jose.
Well, yeah, the schedulers making this a little bit extra challenging. You're playing a Sunday late afternoon kick, and you got to go to San Jose on Friday night. That's a short week.
Very short week.
DeMarco Sampson back for the kiss. Sampson plays it cleanly. And Sampson almost to midfield before he's forced out of bounds. 9 seconds remain. LA has no timeouts left.
First down, LA at the 23-yard line.
So what'd you learn about the defending champs today?
They lack focus. They're good. They lack a little focus. And probably what we talked about earlier, being a three-peat champion. You just want to get into the playoffs.
I mean, it's a 3-game season for them.
Correct.
They clinched the division a long time ago.
I feel
defense number 77 with contact, 5 yards, still first down.
I feel like Chase DeAtter coming back, playing as well as he did today, being able to use him in the red zone, that gives him another target. You know, we shall see.
Southwick almost lost the handle, and that was going to be incomplete. Still 6 seconds remain. Chase DeAtter, good performance. Can he be that third piece, the wide receiver position, as they get themselves ready for the postseason?
Yeah, it kind of seems like they've got 2 young guys, 2 big guys, and DeAtter and Buckner that can add some red zone punch that they need.
Not much from Kerry Reed today. Sampson breaks the tackle and gets in for the touchdown on the final play of the game. There's an LA Kiss player down. You hate to see a player hurt on the last play of the game. That's Anthony Parker. He seems to be trying to will himself up with the help of Antaj Hawthorne. And he is up. He gets a nice round of applause from the Arizona fans, showing some good sportsmanship.
You see the wheels turning in KG's head. Coach Guy, wheels are turning. What am I going to do this week?
I wish he could do like a reality series. I like to see the motivational skills with his kids. See what it works as well. Same thing goes at home.
It's different at home.
Yeah.
They don't listen. They don't listen.
And this game is a wrap. 68-55. Arizona 13-3. Nick Davila and the offense back into good graces of their head coach, Kevin Guy. Always fun to come to the desert. We appreciate all of you tuning in and taking in the AFL late on a Sunday. Our final score, Arizona 68, LA 55. Sports Center is coming your way next. On behalf of our entire ESPN crew and my friends Sid Bonner and Randy Gatewood, I am Ari Wolf saying so long. Good night from Phoenix.